Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Taking a quick look here at Injective, seeing what's going on. We're going to double check a few key factors, possibly update our fibs, and just kind of see what's going on here with this this coin. It's looking very interesting though. I do like what I see here so far. And we're going to talk a little bit about just the general situation here and what might be a best practice for these situations. Because again, Bitcoin is kind of cranking back a little bit there, getting back on track, and we could very well see some awesome stuff. So just before we get to that here, I want to say congrats to our community members here. Nice profits here from Litecoin and Solana. Those are a couple of, one's a short, one's a long. XRP, ETH, we took some nice scalps there to the downside. Our bots have since shifted to long positions now. Take a look here, Solana, nice little 42% in one day. We took that trade yesterday with confirmation. Again, I recommend taking trades with confirmation at all times. Speaking of confirmation, what helps us understand that a little bit more is liquidation. So if you're curious in how this works, this is the last 7 days of liquidation data here. If we're looking at the charts, we can see here about $45 for Injective as a pretty strong area of accumulation. In other words, there's a lot of liquidation at that level. Down here as well, between 30 and 35, another range. So we're closer to this lower range. Keep in mind, we could see another sweep down. But generally speaking, there's a larger concentration at 45 of liquidation. And what that basically just means is that liquidation is one of those things that the price action will have a tendency of gravitating towards that level and essentially sweeping that level because the whales try to capture all that profit, so to speak, and then they can just move the price in whatever direction they want after they liquidate. It's a really strange thing, but it's totally a normal thing, which sucks, I guess. Anyways, no matter how you look at it, let's go ahead and take a quick look here at the current situation. We'll just go ahead and draw out our fibs here a little bit more accurately for the most recent time frame here, and just kind of get perspective on what's going on. So again, at this point, what we're looking at is a few key things here. So first of all, we want to look at the moving averages and double check that we're above the 50-day SMA. That's pretty important. That tells us that this $38.50 is a strong support level. That's a 0.382 fib, common area of resistance and or support. Being above that level, closing above that level would be very, very helpful here, because even though we wicked all the way down to 0.5 on Fibonacci, we haven't closed there yet. Again, 5 hours left in trading today. Still early to tell, but being above that level is important, so it'd be awesome to be able to close above that here today. We can see stochastic RSI swinging upwards. That's very positive. We're over 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is high. These are all great things. Okay, so Injective is looking pretty solid on the daily time frame. I wouldn't say this is perfect, but there's really no perfect daily time frame. It's looking still pretty strong. Okay, the only thing better that we could see is the MACD convergence, but you can't see that when the price shoots up so fast and then goes range bound for a while. It's just a matter of breaking this range. Speaking of range, let's go ahead and do this here. Let's go ahead and put this line out here as well. This is that 0.618 fib, but generally speaking, a previous high turned into a new low, so we can presume that $34.40 is a solid support level, okay, or a dollar cost average target if the price pulls back. Okay, again, different little strategies depending on what kind of trader you are, but that's generally what we look at. If we take a look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see stochastics starting to swing upwards, hasn't fully yet. 50 on the RSI is getting tested. That's great. We can see money flow index right there as well. Closing above that would be awesome. And we can see MACD is trying to converge but hasn't yet. So here's some positive signs here. We are also seeing higher highs and higher lows. While it's not phenomenal or not perfect, it is still an ascending type of channel. And that's a good sign. Okay, so again, for the most part, the 4-hour time frame looks pretty positive. We are below the 20 but above the other 3 moving averages. These are good signs too. So ultimately, where we're at right now is not a bad, terrible place. Is it perfect? No, but we got some nice little areas here of consolidation. We've got a nice little potential bounce here off 8 or 9 on TD sequential. We were maxed out to the downside. And if you can kind of see here, it's common for this coin to recover once it hits an overextended state. Okay, so it goes either direction depending on where it's at. So with this being at an 8 right now, hypothetically we can plateau here, close at about 38.50 or higher on the daily candle today, and we have a solid chance of the price continuing upwards from here. Taking a look at the hourly, let's double check one last thing here. We're looking for confirmation about the cloud, which we don't have just yet. Another reason why closing above 38.50 is important. Okay, actually, technically closing above $41 would be better, because we are in the situation where we are below the cloud, conversion lines below the baseline, and lagging span is not free and clear. So unfortunately, this doesn't give us any confirmation that we want to take a position right now. It just kind of lets us know that we're in a situation where it might be best to wait for confirmation. Again, confirmation comes a lot of different ways for everyone. Okay, me personally, this is one of my major confirming factors I look at a few other things as well, like my CC Golden indicator, for example, on the 15, it gave us confirmation to take a scalping trade roughly at about 36.80 and to sell at about $40. Okay, so again, that's just kind of how it works there generally. But on the same accord right now, since we just got a sell target and we're below the cloud, I have no reason to want to consider a long position. I would say pump the brakes if you're considering a short position too, because we don't have confirmation that's happening yet. It does tell us we got maybe a couple of hours left before your current short should be closed. Okay, so to me at this point, I would just kind of wait and hesitate and chill and relax. If this time tomorrow Injective is at the current price point or higher, preferably 41 or higher, I think that would be a good confirming factor, because then we'd have an opportunity to be able to sweep this upper level liquidity. But right now, we got to respect the fact that we have more liquidity on the bottom, the downside as well, just as much, and to treat this with respect and to not necessarily consider taking a trade. But again, I know it's hard. I know it's difficult for a lot of people. Oh my gosh, Crypto Cash told me not to take a trade today. You guys believe that? Oh, it's so insane, right? So again, it's just, I don't know, I'm being sarcastic, but it's also just one of those interesting things that you'll see in trading. People are just so trade heavy that they'll typically destroy their own account because of it. So if you don't want to do that, pump the brakes, calm down, join my trading academy so you can learn how to trade better, more effectively, and of course, obviously, join our signals here where I pretty much share every single trade that I take, including my day trading bot that scalps the market. So if you're into day trading, that's a really, really good thing to look into. Having said all of that, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you double check this here as well. Bitunix, phenomenal exchange, link down below. No KYC VPN exchange. It's our community favorite. Everybody loves this exchange, and with good reason, because they are treating our community very, very good. We've also got trading competitions coming up here the 15th of January. You have to use my link to register for Bitunix first, but after you've done so, you just hit join now with the other link provided, and you'll have the opportunity to be able to go ahead and have that as a nice feature. There's tons and tons of prize pools available for that. All linked down below if you're curious. Thanks so much again for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Take care.